Hello everyone and welcome to Whippin' It Up. I'm your host Kylee and today I have a really simple and easy fried rice recipe for all of my college students out there. It's cheap, simple, easy, minimal ingredients. It's super fun to do, so let's get started. First, I have my white rice. So I started out with it last night actually. I cooked it the night before, just let it simmer, fluff it up a little bit, and then you put it in the fridge and you leave it. So I had that prepared last night. I usually do about 2 or 3 cups, and that'll serve my roommates, me, my family. It really just depends on how many you need to feed. Then this is to taste soy sauce. This is my favorite brand. It's just from Aldi, super cheap, like I said. It's also to taste. We'll talk about that. Then Creole seasoning to add a little bit of heat. That's just a personal preference. An egg that we'll add in later, some pepper, and of course your oil, it can be any oil that you want. So first, to get started, we'll just go ahead and turn this on. I like to cook it on a medium to high heat because I don't want it to pop at me, but it doesn't need to cook super slow or simmer or anything. So the first thing that you're going to do is add your oil. I use vegetable oil, but like I said, sesame oil is a good substitution for that. You just pour it in and then kind of get it all around your pan, because you don't want your rice to stick. And then you add your rice. This can be a messy process, so just be careful. It's okay if rice gets everywhere, just keep on going and it'll be fine. So you add that in. And you kind of let it cook for just a minute, let it get warmed back up after it's been in the fridge all night. So I like to just kind of like saute it a little bit. Get that oil all over it so it cooks well. You can turn your heat up a little bit at the beginning if you need to. It's not going to pop too much. So, see, I told you, rice is going to go everywhere, and that's just part of the process, but it's okay. Okay, so as it's heating up, I'll talk about my soy sauce. So, like I said, soy sauce is used to taste. I usually coat it until it's pretty brown, just because you don't want too little of soy sauce. So I just coat it until all of the rice is brown. Make sure all your rice is broken up, that kind of thing. So this is just how I do it, like I said. If you want a measurement, you could probably do like a cup, depending on how much rice you have. But I just kind of sprinkle it until it's brown. In my mind, you can never have too much soy sauce. So that's always a good thing for me. And it's okay to always go back and add more, like I said. So just make sure all your little bunches of it are broken up so it doesn't get all sticky. That's the main reason you cook your rice before, is because it'll get super sticky and gross and like gummy feeling. So you want to keep that from happening by putting it in the fridge. So just let it keep on heating up. See, my rice is mostly brown. Like I said, you want to do that to get the right taste of soy sauce. That's important. And I may have to add just a little bit more after I get this broken up, because I had some pretty big pieces in here. Oh. It's starting to sizzle. I'm going to turn it up just a little more. Yeah, I'm going to add just a little more soy sauce. And I can feel the heat coming off, so I know that it's getting close. Next, I'm going to do my Creole seasoning. So this is also to taste. I like mine a little bit spicy, so I add a little bit more than probably the average person. But you do it how you like it. Whatever you want to do is fine. I just do like a little sprinkle, because you don't need much to make it spicy, just enough. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add my pepper. This is also to taste. It just gives it a little bit more flavor. So it's not just plain rice. I like to add that. And then just mix it some more. Make sure that is all good and mixed. You should be able to tell. And your soy sauce will start absorbing more in your rice as it gets warmer. So that is helpful. Okay, and then one of your last steps is you make a little circle in the middle of your rice, if you can see that, and you add your egg. So, crack it. And it's kind of like a scrambled egg in the middle. So you're going to break your yolk, obviously, and just kind of mix it a little bit. It's okay if some of the rice gets in it, it's going to anyways. And the way my dad actually taught me to do it is you just kind of toss your rice in it so you get a little bit of egg everywhere. And that way, it's not just all in one area. Eggs are expensive, so I'm only using 1 egg, but you use as many as you want. I just was trying to save money and do this on a budget, like I said at the beginning. So you'll just let this simmer until that egg is fully cooked because nobody wants a raw egg. And you should be able to tell it'll start sizzling a little bit. You should be able to hear it. And like I said, add any more ingredients you feel like you would want. Sometimes people add garlic, things like that. A lot of people add vegetables. I personally don't like vegetables, but a frozen bag of vegetables works perfectly, or you can cut them up and do it yourself, either one. I like peas, or my dad likes peas, carrots, that kind of thing in his. So that's what I would recommend if you were to do it that way. And you just would add those in after your egg and just let them cook, thaw out. So it's sizzling now, which is a good sign. It's almost done. You don't want to let it cook too long, because if it cooks too long in that liquid soy sauce, it will get a little bit like sticky. And like I said, no one wants to eat sticky rice. Mainly now what we're waiting on is that egg to cook, because you don't want to have a raw egg in your rice. So as soon as that egg is cooked, you're pretty much good to go, like I said, unless you want to add your vegetables. All right, just mix it a little bit longer. And then we're going to plate it. Let's see. So this is it. It should be nice and golden brown. A little bit of a sizzle, some pepper, Creole, you know, you should be able to see it. So it's actually a really pretty color. So then to plate it, we're just going to put it in here. You can add salt once you plate it, but it is going to be pretty salty because of that soy sauce. All right. So this is what we have. And we're just going to do a little taste test. It's going to be pretty hot, so I'm going to blow on it. Perfect. It's so good, super easy on a budget, great for college students. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.